Well, you have 1 month under your belt, Mom. Way to go. And now you're going to be jumping into probably a topic that can trigger a bit of your own story. I know it triggers my own story about cliques and belonging. It's human nature that every single one of us wants to belong. We want to have a place where we're known and we're seen and we're understood. And there's even this dynamic where we're drawn to people like us. We tend to want to be in communities where people think like us. They have the same values. Maybe they even have similar personalities. And yet, in God's economy, He wants everybody at the table. In fact, that's part of what God does when He enters our life, as He says there's no more Jew or Greek, that we can actually all be brothers and sisters. And yet we're wrestling with this human part of us, and particularly as girls. I was just at middle school camp, one of the cabin leaders. The number one issue that all of us cabin leaders were dealing with in the girl cabins was cliques. And these girls who felt on the outside and girls who were trying to fill a place of belonging. You know, during that free time, they're all trying to figure out, where do I go? What do I do? And even the girls who are kind of at the center of those posses, they're also feeling that insecure place. So this conversation isn't one and done. You're going to be talking about this ongoing with your daughter, but you're trying to lay a foundation that a confident girl knows that she is loved and belongs to her God. And she has a place already designed for her in the family of God, that she doesn't have to find that amongst her friends. And when she knows that she belongs with God and in her family, then she can actually be confident to invite others in, to be that in-between person who's helping those that are in the clique and those that are on the outside be able to work together. It is not an easy place to be, but it's a place where I'm calling up our young girls and us as moms to be that voice piece, to help everybody feel like they have a place in our community. It's really easy for our girls to tell us stories about how they feel on the outside, but I want you to also be thoughtful about how your daughter might be contributing to the cliques in her community. Sometimes we're not aware of the dynamics that are happening at school or at church. So I'm hoping that you're going to have an honest conversation of what it's like for her to be on both sides of the coin. And also, I want you to think about your daughter's personality. You might have a really extroverted daughter who it's really easy for her to make friends, or she might be more introverted, and it's really hard for her to bring up topics to talk about, and she just doesn't know how to navigate those new situations. So I want you to help her. You're going to do some role playing and really thinking about who are the kids in her community where she feels like she belongs, and where does she want to be a part of bringing others in to be that Jesus-like person who can help every girl in her community feel like they have a place. I really think that this is a vital part of your daughter developing confidence in her relationships. She doesn't have to go through her teen years feeling insecure. She can walk through those ups and downs of relationships knowing that she is loved, she's already known, and that she can be a person who helps others feel that too. I'm so excited for what's going to happen. And just again, think about your own story before you enter into this conversation. Sometimes our stuff gets in the way and runs interference for our daughters. She has her own story, her own journey. Be willing to share some of your own story and be vulnerable with her. Maybe you too can learn a few things from what God showed you already in your past. And if there are some really deep friendship wounds, I'm going to encourage you to get some counseling or to talk with a mentor, because those are parts of our stories that can really shade the way that we parent our girls. So this is a really important topic, and one that I know you're going to do so well with, because you are the right mama for the job, and God already foreknew that He wanted you to be the one to help navigate this with your daughter. So here we go. We're helping her develop confidence in her relationship, particularly amongst those other girls. You got this, mama.